So it seems that Disney might finally have a successful movie post-pandemic. People can say, but Encanto was successful, but Encanto did not break even in the theater. I keep telling people this. It's like this fact that people love to overlook and ignore that Encanto didn't make money in the theaters. And of course, Strange World and Wish were massive failures at the box office. But again, there's a problem with what this article saying. The problem is, Moana is one of the most popular Disney franchises. And if you look at the Disney Plus like sales or whatever it is, or like the most popular shows, Moana is constantly like number one, or like the top three. I think it's like in the top three constantly, or even top five, depending on what movies are out. But of course, no surprise, Moana 2 is gonna probably make a lot of money with a 5-day gross of over $100 million. This will be the best 5 days since Frozen, which made 93 million yen as well. Which also Frozen was technically a pretty surprise hit because Frozen was released back in the day when movies that were original or non-part of a franchise or non-sequel made money. Okay, being the current projections for Wicked with 67 to 74 million. Again, that movie probably still gonna become a sleeper hit, but Gladiator 2 is not gonna make any money. Gladiator 2 is not gonna make any money. Not surprising, but Moana 2 is beating all of the previous Disney animated movies. Of course, Raya, it was because of the pandemic, obviously. But Encanto, despite that movie doing extremely well outside of theaters, the movie still didn't really make that much money in the theaters. Strange World and Wish were massive failures, obviously. But of course, the only problem, and this is my take on these so-called projections, is the problem is Disney will still continue to struggle with non-franchise movies and Pixar. Disney's gonna take away from this that hey, people want sequels, and I think this is the problem with the modern box office. Original movies don't make money. They don't. Okay, or you can say non-franchise movies that are not a sequel, prequel, reboot. Basically, you know, and then people complain on why that we don't get enough original movies. But yet, people won't watch all these non-franchise movies, or the normies won't. Okay, the normies don't care. Obviously, it's because of how bad the economy has been for the past couple of years. So, of course, most people are going to save their money for the next Marvel movie or the next, Despicable Me movie or the next big movie, the huge, $100 million budget movie. Then, let's go see Challenges, said no one ever. And Hollywood is continuing to struggle with these non-franchise movies. Of course, Disney still has the fandom, but even with the Disney, being the privilege of being under Disney, the Disney brand is not as popular as it used to be. All Disney successful movies this year have been sequels, have been established franchises. Okay, this is what people tend to ignore. Yes, Inside Out 2 was very successful, but Inside Out 2 is a sequel. Deadpool Wolverine is a sequel. Okay, Planet of the Apes is a sequel. Alien Romulus is a sequel, or is part of an established franchise. Okay, these, same thing with Moana. Disney, of course, obviously wanted to play it safe because, hey, 2022 was awful for them. Okay, all of the woke crap flopped, and all the non-franchise stuff flopped. Okay, with only Guardians of the Galaxy 3 being successful. Okay, all Disney's non-franchise stuff didn't do too well. Okay, and we'll wait to see what happens in 2025 because it looks to be returned back to the norm with Disney's movies. So what do you think about Moana 2? Do you think people will actually like Moana 2? Or, yeah. The problem with Disney is still that Disney's going to continue to rely on sequels for success, not original movies, which goes in the slap in the face to Walt Disney himself. And also, let's forget the fact that Moana 2 is a rushed movie. They're really only making the movie like of a year. Okay, yes, literally a year. Okay, but yep, that's about this video here. Goodbye.